Okay. So. So. Okay. Like last time, I cannot see if someone is there, so I just wait a second and check out my cam. Okay. So, can everybody hear me? Can you hear and see me? Perfect. Anyway. Okay, cool. So, okay, people. So I prepared some funny stuff with OBS. Just a friend told me about it. Thanks, Richard, for this. I prepared something. I hope it will work. I don't have no idea, but yeah. How? Anyways, I will start with my stuff, and I also need to check what I wanted to do. Sorry, I'm a bit, I don't know. I had a lot to do. Some weird shit. Needed to fix the internet today, so I'm not endlessly prepared, but I can show you some stuff. So the first thing I want to show you, haha, Bernie, it's my own Schnitt, my own cut. Um, um, okay, the first thing we want to do is singing Donna Lee. If you can sing it, I can't do it, but I try. I will try. Singing Donna Lee in 19/11, or what did I say? Yeah. Okay, so then how to do this? First of all, we need to clap 19/11, right? And so in my last two videos, I showed how more or less how I brought this, how I do this with some odd numbers or other odd numbers or prime numbers. I will quickly explain it. So this is just a little funny exercise for all the people playing jazz. So first I always start with 4 over x, so in our case 11. So this is how I think it. So this means every 11th 16 notes I need to clap, right? So this means more or less this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, bit faster: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Boom. So this is 4 over 11. Next thing would be I play 20 over 11. So this means in each 4 I clap here. Each 4 I clap here. I put 5 in the space until the next clap. So again the 4, then I put the 5 inside. First I speak it, then I'm gonna clap it. So we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Da denke na don, da denke na don, da denke na don, da denke na don, da. This is 20. Now I'm gonna clap it. Da denke na don, da denke na don, da denke na don, da denke na don, da. This is 20 over 11. So to get 19, this means from 20 to the 19 has to be a bit slower. This means the four accents I'm thinking, they move a bit, they come a bit later, a little bit. So I'm gonna stretch it more or less. And to make it a bit slower, and then we will I check out in the end. So my clap is not the 1, 3, 4, the 16 notes, the 3 anti. It's not this 1, 2, 3, boom. It's a bit delayed. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's more this. It will become this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Also the next one, and then also the next one. So they are all a bit delayed. So because in the end I just have 5, 5, 5, and then just 4, right, to become 19. So if I have 20 really in my mind, which is at one point possible, if you have the 4 over 11, then you can try it. And at one point you just can feel it. But first, so now I come from 20 and move to 19. I give you the 20 over 11 again. And go to 19. Again. Last one was quite tight, I would say. So this is 19 over 11, and what we're gonna do now is, so you can take any polyrhythm. I just found it funny to take this one, but in the end you can take some fun stuff for you. So So some fun in between. So yeah, now you can sing every song you want in your new rhythm, like the 19. I'm gonna try to sing more or less the Donna Lee thing. So first we established the 19 again. And this 19 just become my new quarter notes. I don't care which meter we have. So we have a 4/4 meter in Donna Lee, but I just sing it over this new time. At least I try a bit. I don't know if I managed the whole thing. I just started to practice it yesterday, so I'm not sure if I'm able to do it. So, okay. Almost again, sorry. It's not that easy. Maybe this. I'm gonna try again. Sorry. And so on. First A part, this yeah, somehow is how it goes. Everybody understood somehow how it works, I hope. So you can do this with any polyrhythm. So I try, that's what I'm trying right now. I don't practice the standards that often. But yeah, it's a funny way to practice them. By the way, it's way more complicated to play it, because here I have my 2 pulses. This makes it easier, and then to take to the voice. But if you just have to play it against, then you have to really feel the 19 or whatever polypulse you have. Yeah, this yeah, it's just, again, we can also do, if you have an easy polyrhythm like 5/4 or something, yeah, it's the same thing. This, my poly second pulse become the new quarter. So you can have funny relationships in which tempo you play the song. More maybe in a have a more interesting way. So yeah, okay. So this just for a little warm up, and what I really wanted to show you is a composition. And it's called 3.3. Again, a song I play with my band Sinularia with Felix Henkelhausen and Max Sandner, and it's a quite simple idea. I forgot something. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. Before I continue this, I'll show you another funny thing I do with the 19/11 to say, oh, forgot. Just posted, I will show it, so I'm gonna show it, sorry. Again, I establish I build up my 19/11 to so now I try to play here and there some 9 over some a certain 5 of the 19. So I group the 19 in 5, 5, 5, 4. So now I try to sing 9 over the second 5 of the 19. So from the 6th to the 10th. Hit in the 19, I'm gonna sing 9 over it with Beatdenker and Academy, for example. Endless possibilities, just one thing, just to show you the idea. Again, the 19. Sorry. Almost. It's not that easy. Try again. More or less. So you see, and then I can also improvise with. You can take any group of this 19 and put another number over it. So, for example, I take the last 4, 5, 5, 5, 4, and the last 4 I gonna sing 7, takate dakite, and in this 7 I gonna sing over the last 3 the takite another 4, for example, which means it's takate me takita takate me takate me. It becomes the last a bit faster, and so you can have funny games with these polyrhythms without having them so boring, just straight. Yeah. Again, I tried this last one. dun da denki na dun da denki na dun daka deme daki da da na dun da denki na dun da denki na dun daka deme da denki na dun na dun da denki na dun daka deme da. Very close, I would say, and so with this I can improvise a little bit for you. Dun da denki na dun daka deme daki da daka deme daki da denki na dun da denki na dun daka deme denki na da denki na dun da na dun daka deme daki da daka deme da denki na dun da denki daka deme da denki na dun da denki ma daki do boom boom dun dun denki na dun, and so on. So I would practice it definitely with thanks for your funny comments. So so yeah, so this is not the easiest thing, but because now we have like 3 brackets, so 3 nested tuplets. This doesn't make it easy, but it makes it more fluffy. If you have it in an easier context, then you can really get I don't know, this interesting fast switches between the speeds in general. So if you just play one and don't clap everything, if you just play one melody, then it becomes way easier. So for me as a guitarist, I can then play this rhythms easier than just clapping all the stuff. So it's a good exercise. Okay, so we will do this in another thing, I'm sure, again, because it's fun and a thing not so many people use, I would say. So in the end, the idea is to make it really fluffy and to change the speeds really fast. So, and in weirder proportions than 60 notes and quintuplets or something. So to get really weird speeds with still having the quarter notes underneath. So more or less complexistic rhythms like Fernie Ho and my dear friend Adrian Kleinlosen are composing, so or compose stuff like this, or even more complicated. But it's a way I try to become it to get these rhythms more improvisable. That's the aim, to have funny, fluffy, wonky stuff with this kind of rhythms. So let's say xenorhythms. So now back, sorry for this confusion, but now back to my composition 3.3. So the thing is, it has just a single idea, and this is so many tabs and stuff going on here, so confusing. So it has a single idea. So we use a Fibonacci row and 2 rhythms, a 5 rhythm and a 7 rhythm or cycle, and then I wrote this whole thing. I had the idea, and then at one point I wrote it in a normal notation stuff thing, and it ended up in 42 pages, I guess. Just but it's senseless. It's for me. It's more important that people not play the stuff, the notes they see. It's more for me. It's more important that people I play with know what's going on. What is the idea? So for me, way more important to the people know this. Maybe I switch on the light. It's better. So way more important to me to that the people understand what's going on. Then you don't even need your sheet anymore if you know what's going on. That's the thing. So sorry, we I show you the first things, then later I show you the sheet, the standard sheet, and also the play you the MIDI files, because this tune we didn't record yet, but we played it some few times live and rehearsed it a bit, but it's still not crazily on point, but it's on the way, I would say. So the first thing what's happening is I show you the guitar part first. The guitar part is so we have the simple rhythm, ding, dong, ding, ding, dum, dum, right? So simple thing, dun, 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 dun. And but we have an ISO melody of 2 times low, 2 times high. Or I wrote in the sheet. Maybe it makes sense to show you the sheet right now. Sorry, here it is. Can everybody see the sheet? Yeah, would be nice to know if you can see it. I know it's a bit delayed, so maybe you can write me a comment or something if you can see it. And then I can also make it larger. Okay. Okay, perfect. So here's the rhythm. I zoom a bit in. I hope I can. Yeah, here it is. So you don't need me right now. So I'm not sure. I don't think you can see my mouse right now, but you can see the how to do this. The guitar rhythm. Can I? Still complex. Still complex with this stuff. Okay, but I think you can see it. Then the first row there's written Git, then 16 notes. It's even wrongly written. It's a 16 note, 16 break, 2 16 note, 16 break. So it's not an 8th note. That's wrong. Just see now. So and then there's the ISO, and it's called XX, and then CC. So this means, and then the row below there is an X, and there you can see from A flat, and then the next column is A flat G, and so on. And then you and this is just a Fibonacci row with tones. So it has 1 tone, the A flat, then 2 A flat G, then 3 A flat G F, then 5, and so on until 13. You can see it, I guess. And yeah, so I zoom in a bit. So maybe this makes more sense. So like this. So what's happening? I'm gonna show you now. Sorry, it's the first time I use this stuff, so hopefully I will get better with this. So what we do, what the composition, what we play is, so I just do it with the F right now, first thing, and so we have ISO melody, low, low, or FF, then CC through this rhythm. First we have the rhythm, don, in 60 notes, in this case, don, do, don, gong, go, gong, gong, go, gong, gong, go, gang, and then apply don, don, ga, don, do, da, da, do, don, da, da, don, don, da, da, don, do, da, da, do, don, da, da, don, don, da, da, don, do, da, da, do, don, da, da, don, don, da, da. That's automatically this happens, yeah. Yeah. So, and then it's written, if I show you the thing again, in the first row git there's the rhythm, then ISO melody, and then x equal 3 times. This means every low note, so the A flat, G, and so on, is played 3 times. This means I play 3 times the rhythm with the A flat, then next column 3 times with A flat, 3 times with G, next column 3 times A flat, 3 times G, 3 times F, and so on. Yeah, this means we have sorry, so F first time, then another F G, then F G A, sorry, A flat, then A flat G, then A flat G F. I just sing it somehow, something, I don't know if I sing it correct, I don't care right now, but you will hear me descending the sound. So dun 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 dun. And so on. Yeah. So you see it starts with the A flat, then comes A flat G, so it goes always back to A flat. The row becomes longer and longer, 5 notes, 8 notes, 13 notes, and so on. In the end, we have, if you play this rhythm, so it automatically creates a 5/4 meter, right? If I do this with this ISO melody. Don, do, ge, go, go, ge, go, go, ge, go. This is a 5/4 meter. Don, do, de, do, don, de, don, don, de, don. So we have this with in every case. It's always a 5/4 meter. Yeah. So then we look to the drums. The first part, the first 40 measures. Sorry, the 40 measures. T is for Takt in German. The drums is just playing a 5/16 thing with the bass drum. So it's basically playing the same. So the bass drum is boom, gong, 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 boom, gong, 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 boom, 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 boom. Easy 4/5, but it's tempo is around 160, 150 maybe is more right now more human to play. It's also technical aspects which are not that easy. So okay, this and the bass. Now comes the fun part. The bass is playing. I put it to the first so you can see the bass B, and it is playing a 7/16 rhythm, which is 2/5. You can see, yeah, we're at the very top beginning, yeah. It plays this gong 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 gong, seven cycle in 16 notes. And so over the 5 patterns of the guitar and the drums, or the bass drum in this case at the beginning. But if you see if you go more to the right, so there's the rhythm, then there's T Fibonacci 3 times Y, so, and this means you play every note 3 times. So in first case we have an F, then we have F G, then we have F G A flat, and so on. So it's the same row, just from the bottom to the top. So we play it like this, right? It's going like this. So the bass starts down and at the bottom, and with the low F, and the guitar up. So, and this is 13 notes are not chromatic, so it is F sharp and a B missing, B natural. So that's why it is A flat. I'm saying A flat, G and F are twice, and just an octave up. Again, if you see this 13 in the first row of the bass, you can see with 13 there's written plus E flat E, then you see F G A flat. So this is in the second octave. These are the 13 notes, but I'm gonna show it. You will hear it later. So this is the first, or the first more or less quarter of the composition, and the second second fourth is we do it vice versa. So the guitar, if you see T41, is playing the Fibonacci row from bottom, also like the bass did it before, and till the highest A flat. So it's increasing. But the guitar uses this 7 pattern now, which is dun 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 gang gong gang gang gong. Uses the same ISO melody, which resolves in a whole cycle. It's quite easy. So we have this. Don do gang gang gong go 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 gang gang gong. Yeah, this is and also plays it like the bass did it before 3 times each. So first an F, then an F and a G, then F, G, A flat. So we have boom, 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 gang, gang, gong, go, 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 gang, gong, go, gang, gang, gong, go, gang, gang, gong, go, gang, gang. Go gang gang gong, 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 go gang gang, and so on. Yeah, just the first 3. F, F, G, A flat. I didn't sing the right tones, but you can hear it's going. It's higher. So, and what the drums 41, what's going on here? It's playing every seventh 16 note the bass drum plus a backbeat with a snare on 2 and 4. So we have a bass drum every 7 16 notes. Boom, boom, gong, 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 gong. And we have a snare. I don't know if I can handle this now. On the 2 and 4. So we have boom, 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 plus 2 and right, but I think you can see it. Yeah, this is what's happening with the drums. So they are basically playing the same, like the guitar, and the bass is playing here from bar 43. So this is now important because he did the 7/16 thing. It resolves after 42 bars, so it's not resolving at the same point like the drums and the guitar. So it's 2 bars later, and so, but it's almost the same length. Why it is like this? Because the length of the guitar is 5/4 meters, so it's 4 times 5 60 notes makes 20 60 notes, and the bass is playing 3 times the 7/16 notes, which is 21. So that's why it resolves after 42 bars and not after 40. So at the second bar 43, it has a 7/6/7 rhythm, which is also 20. So it's the similar, so the equal thing to the guitar was playing at the beginning. So we have don don go gong 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 don don go gong gong gong. This is the bass rhythm. While the guitar and the drums are playing the 7 rhythm, is the bass playing this 5/4 meter in 7/6/7. This feels a bit like 4/3. In the next row you can read it. If the others are playing 5/5/5/5 and the bass is playing 7/6/7, so it's like a pseudo 4/3 or 3/4. Yeah, and the bass is also playing starting with A flat. You can see after the 4/5 and 20, there's 3 times Y A flat, then 3 times A flat, then G. So the bass plays 3 times don don gong 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 gong. This is with this I mean this 3 times. Yeah. So and then it's again F. A flat, then G, so it's don don, so it's descending this time. The bass don don go gong 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 don don go gong 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 don don go gong gong gong, and so on. Yeah. Also again the whole Fibonacci row, descending from 1, 2, then 3, 5, 8, 13. So and from here at bar 83, this is around 2 minutes something. This is the first time where the whole band meets again. So this is a long sequence. We are playing. We have the same time, same quarter notes for sure, but that we really meet together. It just happens at the beginning, bar 1, then bar 83, and in the end, the very end. So there are just 3 times we are really playing at the same. We come together, which is really rarely and not so easy to handle because you have a lot to listen to the other of you still together. This is a really huge challenge, at least for me. I can easily play my own thing, but depending on the tempo for sure. But if the main goal is to really listen to the others. So what's happening next? So from the end, so it's the same thing, just the other way around. So I do the same thing again from bar here 83. There's written like T1, so bar 1. So it's the same thing, and the bar 123, I do the same like the second part. So it's 4 parts. The first is like the third, and the second is like the fourth for the guitar. And the bass does it a bit other. Does it play a bit other thing? Let me think. Right. So he's like he has like a mirror, the bass, and in bar 83 he plays a 4/3 rhythm, so still a 7 cycle, while the guitar switches back to a 5 cycle. Sorry, this is the drums. Oh God, I'm sorry. Sorry. Oh God, too little sleep today. Sorry. So from bar 83, here's the bass again. Sorry, bass. The bass does the same thing. It's also, so it does also like the guitar. Bar 83 is like bar 1, like the guitar. 83 is like bar 1, and it's the same with the bass. But the drums here, they are switching, so they are playing keep going the 7 rhythm on bar 83, and then switching at 125 to the 5 rhythm. So the 7 rhythm is what's happening here. I have a bass drum and a snare changing every 7 16 notes, and then there is a little variation. So we have more or less this kind of thing. The hi-hat is playing a 4/3 rhythm, which means in 60 notes, ding ding. Yeah. Then we add also bass drum, and so we have boom, more or less boom, ze, ga, ze, boom, ze, ga, ze, boom, ze, ga, ze, boom, ze, ga, ze, boom, ze, sorry, boom, ze, ga, ze, boom, ze, ga, ze, boom, ze, ga, ze, boom, ga, ze, boom. Here the little drum and bass variation. Boom, boom, clutch, this rhythm. That's what the drums is playing, and in the fourth part, the drums is playing a 2/3 rhythm, the 5/60 note with the hi-hat, this, and also a drum and bass similar thing. The same thing like in the 7, you have boom, ze, ga, ze, boom, ze, ga, ze, boom, ze, ga, ze, boom, boom, ga, ze, boom, ze, ga, ze, ze, boom, ga, ze, boom, Yeah, this is quite easy. The beat, and then this is morphing in the last eighth of the song here to a standard drum and bass beat. You will hear it when I show you the song. Yes, then there's a little cue for the end, but it's not that interesting. So now I show you the first. I show you the whole song with the MIDI file. I hope this will also work. Write me if not. Like I told you, it's the first time I'm using OBS. I hope this works. So I show you the here the score from the full score. Oh, can you see the full score? I hope. Push it. Yeah, someone maybe can tell me if you see the whole thing. Okay. No. Okay, I don't know how I guess it works like the other stuff. I don't know how long the delay is, so anyway, happy? Yes. Okay, perfect. So now I'm gonna play you the song. I mean, I don't have to explain how this thing is working. So I just play it, and if please write me if you can't hear it. So this is the whole thing. Yeah. So have fun with this. Maybe I just tell you here this and this happens. We will see what's. Bass is the every first 16 note, the bass drum, sorry. Bass plays the 7. You hear it's always coming back to bass, getting low and then back high. Guitar is going down and always coming back to the bass other way around. Now we're switching to the 7, 16 thing. Bass is in 5 now. 7, 6, 7. 20, 16. Guitar is now ascending and bass descending, right? Now will come the switch. Yeah, yippie, drums have the 3, 4 thing and the hi-hat now. Guitar plays the 5 vertical again. This is playing the 7 together with the drums. standard DMV here. Here are the real coordinates. Yeah, that's the thing. So that's the MIDI. So, but it's not the end of the song. So it's like you see, it's all written. So even we don't use the sheets. We just play it by heart because we know how the system works. I already showed you. So this is yeah, the way we learn it at first point. So really by heart, definitely, because we know the system, how it works. And then the real fun just starts because it's somehow it's manageable to play it, but there are some things are happening. For example, it's not that easy at the middle. At the beginning, the bass really plays the 5 pattern against the 7 pattern against the 5 pattern of the guitar and drums, and on the second part, the guitar is playing against, or I don't like to say against, I have to say. On top of the 7 rhythm, the guitar is playing the 5 and vice versa. So this makes more sense to me. We are still playing together, not against each other. So and we have the same quarter notes, so the same time, the same 16 notes. But still, if you hear the beat like this, like boom, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, ka, boom, 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 boom. These are the quarter notes. So it's a bit faster because of this 4/3 thing. Boom, ka, boom, ka, boom. If you're not used to hear this, then you immediately get lost. So because for rehearsing we use sometimes the hi-hat to really hear the quarter notes, but at one point we just want to have it as an extra color in the whole composition. It's not really written at the beginning, for example. So there's just a bass drum, if you remember, every fifth 16 notes. So, but if it comes here and there, then it really makes fun somehow. It brings a new polypulse, and this is an interesting aspect, like you all know, I guess. So if it's just appears sometimes, so we have boom, gong, 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 and so on. Yeah, then this makes a bit fun for us, and I guess it makes the music more sounding. And so, but still, you have to of, at least for me, I started to practice the thing that I can listen to the stuff the others are playing while I play my thing. This is, I mean, it's always a topic, but in this case, I just reduce it on the rhythm. So the guitar, the bass is playing gong 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 gong, gong 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 gong. This 2/5. So the 7 cycle, 2/5 rhythm, and so this this I use, and then I added it to a gong gong gong, the standard 7 clave gong 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 gong. So it's nothing special, but this is what I try to hear while I have to play my 5 rhythm, which is gong 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 gong, right? So this means I need to be able to sing the 7 rhythm while I clap or play my 5 rhythm. This is also a standard thing if you listen to some Steve Coleman or music or also other stuff. It's always the same thing. So you have 2 or even 3 patterns, layers over each other, but in this case in the same subdivision. Yeah? So, but still very challenging. Still, I have to say. So we are playing. So I'm singing dong gong 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 and clap my 5 rhythm. Gong 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 gong. Yeah. After 7 times clapping this, I meet the 7, and after 5 times the 7, I meet the 5 again. Gong 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 gong. Yeah. Here at this point, while I have my 16 note gong dong dong, my quarter notes subdivided in 16 and 4 gong 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 and so on. Yeah. 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 Enjoy your meal, Andreas. What can I say here? Okay. And then I started also to clap both, because not just to sing one, also or you can also speed it up, because you heard the song, it's quite fast. Gong 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 gong, and so on. But then I started to clap both. I mean, it's more independence lesson, or I don't know. A lot of drummers will know this, and also piano players. I don't know what are the other instruments, but so I clapped the 7 rhythm, gong gong gong, and first I start to make it without a really subdivision. I just thinking it in the 7 cycle and put the 5 on top. So I have, yeah, you could also say I have a quarter note and have septuplets, but it's not really it doesn't matter. So we have this dong, dog, dakit, daka, daka, dakit. Then here I play the 5 rhythm. Dong, 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 gong, 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 gong. After 5 times gong, 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 I'm back, and I played 7 times don, do, don in this hand. Yeah, dong, 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 gong, 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 and so on. But yeah, this is still handleable. I don't know. You can, if you want to practice this kind of stuff, you can practice what pattern you like. I don't know. I recommend these 21 patterns I have on my speculative multiple dimensions concept, because with these patterns you it's not endless. It's still a lot, but it's not endless, and it gives you a frame, because otherwise you can also get lost. And the main patterns and rhythms are within this concept. So then I do I clap the whole thing again, but with my I divided my quarter notes in 8 notes, so I have dun, 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 and I clap the whole thing again. Dun, 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 sorry. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And then I'm together on the end, because it resolves after 5 times 7, 7 times 5. But if I put it in 8 notes, it resolves. You have to play it twice, because the subdivision is 2. If you put it in triplets, then you have to play it 3 times till you really resolve on the downbeat. Well, if I play it in triplets, that's also stuff I practice. So din din dun 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 almost down, down, take it down, 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 and so on. Then you can do it in 16 notes again. Down, 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 down. Yeah, I guess more or less. Sorry, got a bit too little sleep tonight, so it's not on very point everything, but I guess you got it, and I'm try to be more fit next time. So yeah, then if I would do it in quintuplets, it's the same thing. I still sing the 7th thing, even I put it in quintuplets, so I know where the 7 are in quintuplets. I put you the quarter notes. Yeah. This is the 7 rhythm in quintuplets. So if I do now both, I think it's still the 7. This is what I just clapped. I try. suffering now. So this is the thing in quintuplets. So I think my brain is a bit done today, but I guess you know what I mean. So you can put it in different, this double pattern, you can put it in different layers, subdivisions. It's fun to practice some, yeah, it's definitely some brain work. You need your processor. So, but yeah, still for me essential to if I want to really play this song quite tight. So this is the basics. So what's happening now? The fun part is just starting now. These are just the basics. So the composition I already showed, but what we are doing now is we start to play this rhythm equidistant, which means my 5 pattern is not I morph them to the same size, so I don't have gong go gang gong go gang, which is 1 2 1 1 2 1 2 1 1 2. I stretch them that they have the same space, but inside of my quarter, instead of gang go gang gang go gang gang go gang gang go gang, I gong go gang gang go gang gang go gang gang go gang 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 go 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 gang 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 go gang gang go gang gang go gang gang go gang gang, and so on. So this makes a 12/5. We had it a lot also in the other sessions, which is, but we morph it so it's not immediately switching from gang to gang gang to gang 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 dan 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 yeah, so you can slightly morph it, this rhythm, to really stretch it, make it equidistant, so but everything in between. Yeah, so, and the same thing with the 7 pattern. So we have 4 accents in the 7. 1 2 1 ding gang gang. 1 2 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 1 2 1 2. Yeah, and then we stretch it also. Ding gang 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 gong gong gang 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 gong 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 gang gong, which makes 16/7 thing. And so, but the problem now is if we do this, if the drums, for example, is doing this, then there's you have just the possibility to hear every 7th 16 notes, and all in between can be something, or even if it's straight equidistant, it still has nothing to do with your 60 notes, and then you really have to be clear with the where are the accents of the 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 boom gang gang boom gang boom don don dan don gang don dan don gang don dan don gang don dan don dan don dan don gang don 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 dan 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 it's your only help you have. So, and if this happens, it's like I don't know, you start to fly. So because it's really hard to feel the ground, at least for me. So, but it's also the fun part of the song. So. Yeah, so then I started to sing or clap the 3 while I clap the 7. So the ding go gang, if I stretch it, make it equidistant. So I clap in the end a 12 over 5, while I clap my standard 8 notes. Ding, 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 ding. This is what I need to do, for example, if I want to play my rhythm equidistant. So while I play ding, 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 I really make sure where are my 5 are in the 7. Ding, 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 and here we are. Yeah, and in each clap now I have to sing 3. Da ki da da ki da da ki da da ki de 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 da da ki de da ki de da ki de da ki de da de da ki 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 de. Yeah, so this is what's happening in the end. It's just slower like in the composition, but this is what I now practice, and then I will practice other way around, that the drums. So this what I clap is always I try what I have to play, because in the end this is what I do. And singing, I sing the other the other instrument. What the other instrument is playing, I sing. So the next step would be I sing a 16 over 7 while I clap my gong 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 to be able to hear this against each other. Yeah, these are my next steps. So someone is still there. I have no idea. Yeah, I hope. Let's have some fun. Yeah. So it's a lot to think. So after thinking, you need fun. Otherwise, you go crazy, I would say. So yeah, this is so more or less the main explanation for this song. So maybe we played it in October. I don't know. Maybe there's anywhere a recording, or we have a recording from the rehearsing room. But yeah, sorry, we don't have this now with all the sound stuff, and in the MIDI. It's way clearer everything, but if you play it in real life. So, but again, what I want to say, it seems quite fixed and quite determined, but for me it's not at all. It's just the frame, and I want to improvise with. So just this equidistant examples I showed is the very first beginning. We try to get to more improvise with all this stuff. For sure, the drums are doing it all the time, and we're switching all the time, and this is the way of improvising. It's not the standard melodic improvising. We also do this, but it's really the thing with rhythms too. In the end, to do the same thing, like we all learned with melodies. Yeah, this is the fun, and this is where the music wants to go, because then it's getting it will become alive again. So that's the aim. It's not about playing something completely structured just because it is structured like this. I mean, yeah, I think I don't have to say this. Everybody knows, but yeah, still important. And yeah, so I don't know if anybody has. Did I forget something I wanted to show you? Oh, I think that's the main part. Took me a while, yeah. But do you have any questions about this? Or I gonna play you the song again, but with the maybe it makes sense to hear it another time, and maybe I don't know, makes it more sense. Yeah, I just show it to you another time. Why not? Yeah, I think it makes sense after all these explanations. So it's still a live stream, so if somebody just joined, here's the song. So, do you hear the vacuum cleaner? Am I just using it? So anyway, um, um, so you have to imagine this. Usually, I don't. Everybody can think and hear and imagine his or her or X own stuff, but in this case, it's because it's such a mirror and such a thing going like this, the whole song. I imagine more a spiral thing and like stairs going up and down, and you have to imagine the whole song with like fed, like a produced beat sound. In the end, it's more like this, not this pinky la 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 sound you heard. It's more fed and way more produced in the end, even while playing it live. But also going, but yeah, it's like running down the stairs and up and down and without finding an exit for me, at least. So then, yeah, I said, I wrote, I will introduce you to the Gemeinwohlökonomie of by Christian Felber, so the economy of the common goods, because I think rhythm is fun, but in the end, in these days, we need like new ideas for economic systems. That's clear for me, because it feels ridiculous to if we really think we can just go on like this. It's yeah, you all know. So it's just endlessly stupid. So this Gemeinwohlökonomie, I don't know if you heard about it already, so I don't care. I just try to make a little summary or introduction what this means. So I wrote some books or read some stuff of Christian Felber, and for me it's a really, yeah, it's a huge influence, as also about thinking and about life. He has interesting aspects. His main aspects are that we could use values more in life, and also especially in the economic system. So so he invented like a new idea of economic system, but it's not a fixed thing. He's completely, or the whole community completely open for new ideas, and they want to bring it to companies, customers, people, politicians. So right now, yeah. So yeah, no, back to the values. This is the main aspect somehow. So if we bring the values, like the values who bring which make relationships working in different ways. These are the values he wants to support and to implement to this economic system, like things like solidarity, or I'm not that sharp anymore. Sorry. Cooperation, sharing, esteem, and these are like human values. And then he has also values for the state, like for the sovereignty, so like human rights and so on. and all these values. So to bring a balance between the highest human rights, so freedom and equal rights, and the main common right, the right of the common goods that we share and use the goods and stuff together. So, and to find the balance between these things, that's the thing. As far I know it, I understand this whole thing. I can do it like this now. And so yeah, he's saying like if we build up the whole system on these values instead of different like, I don't know, instead of competition and just making more money, we take a cooperation and so on. Yeah, I think it's clear. So, and this, if you bring this into the economy, so that the aims are not anymore to make more and more money, so it's not the GDP, I'm sorry, so the BIP in German is the main indicator for wealth and the main thing for everything. So it's like everything is it's about GDP. So the higher the better. So it's the only thing we are measuring the economy, and so it's ridiculous. So this thing will bring he wants to bring these values to the economy, that companies, they get lower credits, they get lower taxes and so on from the state if they work more after these values, so more ecological and so on, and more in the sense of the customers and the people and the workers and so on. So if you bring this, so this means at one point it doesn't make sense for a company to just work egoistic and just to make money, because you get problems, you will have to pay more taxes and so on if you don't care about the environment. And this could be start to change the how companies work. This is a main thing. So, and it's not possible, the companies, they have a limit, they can't go, like they can't grow until the end, like now we have it in the Silicon Valley or something. So it's impossible, you can't eat another company, so it's forbidden anymore. So it's not your interest anymore to eat another company. It's more your interest to cooperate with them, to exchange ideas, knowledge, and so on. Yeah, it's know-how and so on, or you give them credits and so on. Also, private people will have a limit on private money. So not like Jeff Bezos has, I don't know, 150 billions or something, which is ridiculous. So then there will be more democracy. So all the people working in the companies, they will get shares, for example, they will have more rights. I mean, this stuff you all know already, but it's still interesting. So then there will be more fair trading zones within the EU and also in general, and the um, then totally. So the main thing definitely is that the companies have to work more ecological. So this is a main point definitely. Then you will have, after in 10 years working, you have always 1 year off. So this means like now teachers can have it, at least in Germany. I know after 5 years you have the right to make 1 year off. So this would be for everybody at this time, and most you will have a basic universal basic income, but also it's the aim to have it universal basic income in general. This is also more direct democracy. So you will just, like this idea of just working 20 hours or something to have time for other stuff, for example, for your parents, grandparents, for your children, for more time to take part in democracy, so to meet and talk about a new law or stuff like this. And also schools, you would learn about feelings, about values, about communication, about democracy, about nature, and about handcraft, and about your body. These are basic things he's saying before you start to do the math stuff and physics and whatever. So if you have this, if you learn this from the beginning, it's an interesting thought. Yeah, we will grow up other different children, I guess. So, and yeah, this is a little introduction. There's way more. Maybe it's not the best introduction and summary, but at least something I wanted to show you. Because yeah, rhythm is cool, but it's in the end it's not that important. I have to say. So yeah, if you now, so in these days, it's, for me it's clear, really, you see stuff is possible. So suddenly it's possible. Politicians are making decisions because of this virus, which is for sure good, but not everything. So you have to be really detailed and think about what you have to change and what not. But the main part is, okay, we see we can change stuff. So it's clear this kind of economic system is not working anymore and has no answers to such problems we have right now. A healthy problem. So and also it's clear it has no answers for a lot of people suffering under this thing. So it's the time to really change it, and I'm really thinking a lot about it and read stuff. And for me still, DiEM25 is one of the coolest movements, really, which are also somehow solidarizing with the economy of common goods, with Felber, and also with the Fridays for Future, which are, for me right now, the three really important movements. And I hope they can connect more, and yeah, how to make pressure to the politicians now. That's the very important question. Like this Euro bonds or Corona bonds, I guess you were reading about it. It's like it seems like it's the only way to save the EU. If we don't make this So then we need, I think, Italy and also Spain and Greece again will really suffer and won't be able to get to money, because now everybody needs money to invest in the economy. So we also needed it before, but with the German way of austerity and politics, it was no possible. It wasn't possible for all the southern European countries. So, and now it's the same thing again, and we need pressure on Merkel that we need this Eurobonds, otherwise I can't see something good for the EU. So, and you also already see Orban and Hungary and so on. So it's clear. So if we don't share this, then it's not even about that Italy gets money. It's just they can get their more money with lower with lower interests, so interest rates. So otherwise, if they have to pay the interest rates, they are rated right now from the rating agencies. It's impossible to pay this stuff back. So if we make it together with Germany, with the Europe thing, then they have the possibility to get money without that high interest rates, which would make them like endlessly in debt. So the thing is, I'm thinking about what can we do, and my flatmate using the vacuum cleaner had a cool idea. I don't know, maybe some other people are already thinking about it, I'm sure, but how can we use this energy? Okay, if we go out now, if we are allowed to go back, what will happen? So endless energies are waiting, and I hope we are not just, go on like this and we go party because it's cool to be back on the streets, which is also cool and fun, but I imagine more a demonstration of 1-2 weeks or something to say, okay, see politicians, we can change stuff, so let's also change this other stuff, like the Europe crisis, in our case, which is in the end a world crisis, with human rights and the financial system and all this stuff. So it's now the time to, and also all the climate issues. So when, if not now? So so maybe you have some cooler ideas of what can we do? So I think we need to contact movements and stuff. So maybe it makes sense. So if you are right people, politicians, movements, hey, we want to do something. We are here. We because it can't go on like this. It's impossible. So I really I have the idea everybody is going out on the street if we are allowed, more or less at the same time. Most probably it won't happen. So, but if we are allowed to go out at one point, then let's demonstrate and say we want to change this bullshit system. So, like Felber, Fridays for Future, Scientists for Future, DiEM25, there are solutions, answers, and so on. There are way more people, but these are my examples right now. And I don't know, maybe you have some ideas, stuff. I'm also just talking right now, but in the end we need to do stuff. So I'm really into doing stuff because it's the only thing we really change something. So let's, I don't know, think about it. Let's think about how we can demonstrate after the Ausgangssperre. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, so have a listen to Gemeinwohlökonomie by Felber. Check out DM25, also very interesting. The Euroleaks they just published 1-2 weeks before, where you can see how it worked with Greece, how they were not allowed to handle in the Greece crisis 2015. It's also worth to read how Schäuble just destroyed everything. And Merkel. Yeah, it's important, more important than rhythms, even I'm in love with them. So, stuff. Okay, so thanks for watching my rhythm and little something politics. Yeah, tell me if you have some ideas. Let's do stuff because it's ridiculous what's going on. Thanks for watching, and I guess next week I learned a bit more about OBS, I hope. And then I can show you more stuff, rhythm stuff, more compositions. I don't know what's happening next week, so let's see. So yeah, thanks for watching, and tell me if you have some cool ideas, or tell it to the right people, right politicians, just write them. Let's make pressure. So thanks and see you.